Welcome back, nerdy movie fans. Now, I'm here to answer the question you guys have all been waiting for. What did the nerdy movie guy get for Christmas? I know it's what everyone's thinking about, it's on everyone's minds. So I'm here to answer your question and show you guys what it is I got. Now, before Christmas Day, I got a gift from a friend, got a movie. So here is Spawn. So a lot of the stuff I've got, there are some things I've opened, some I have not. So some are just gonna have the plastic wrap that may be shiny for the video, and then there's other stuff that I've opened up that I'll just show you guys loose. So this is the first thing I technically got this year. Is a movie from a friend. So thanks for this. I don't really know a lot about the movie. I do know a little bit about the character, but not about the movie specifically. So I'm excited to check it out. And so as we move on, the next things I'm going to show you guys is what I got on Christmas Day. So we're going to start with the things I've opened so we can sort of go through those, and I got plenty this year. So I'm going to actually do a part 1 and part 2 Christmas haul video. So because I got so many Funko Pops, which is really cool stuff, mostly Stranger Things, given that I got so hyped for the show this year, I'm going to save that for video 2. So for video 1, I'm going to show you guys everything else that wasn't Funko Pops. So the first thing we got here, this is something that I've already opened up, but it is a Vecna figurine. So it's kind of small because the figurine, not a statue. So it's him and all of his sort of fleshy season 4 look. So here it is. I put this on the stand with the rest of my Stranger Things stuff, or what I had originally. I had a Demogorgon and a few Pops. So we have this. Another thing I got is a set of coasters. So these are all the Squawk coasters from the latest season. So they all have different records. These aren't actual records, these are just coasters, but they all have a different year on it. So these are pretty cool as well. And then something else I got, which I was gifted to be a statue, but also happens to be a calendar as well, is this. So it's a Demogorgon statue, and it's got the date on it. It's pretty cool. The top, I thought it was kind of just a Demogorgon on like a rock, but it's actually him crawling out of a portal, which is pretty cool. So yeah, pretty neat. So I'm glad I have this as well. And then the next thing, if you are a Star Wars fan, or more specifically a Clone Wars fan, I have Savage Opress here. This is the Star Wars Black Series action figure line by Hasbro. So this is pretty cool. Now, if you're an action figure guy, you want good bendability with the figures. This one is it. Some stuff from Hasbro is just not great quality. This one is, so I'm very happy with it. And then we got something else here. I'm saying this down carefully. This is technically a VHS box, but it's not actually a VHS. So this is the box it comes with for Stranger Things. And it comes with pieces. Oh, well, let me set it back up. Just a second, this will only take a second. This is actually going to take a long time, I think. Okay, I think we're done. Well, as everything is moving around, it's almost ready, I promise. Okay, because it closes up, you got to be careful with it. Is a diorama from season 1. So the table, the chair on the side, all of these are extra pieces it comes with that just set down. Only the characters have pegs that set them on the scene. The rest of the stuff is kind of loose. So this is a pretty cool set as well. And then we also, it's fell over again. I'm just going to set it to the side so it doesn't get broken or anything. And then we got some Bitty Pops. So I technically got several sets. I've already opened them, so I don't recall exactly which ones were the mystery figures. But for Stranger Things, the set comes with 3, and then there's a 4th that you don't know what it is until you open it. So you got this set here. Let's go and set it down. And then you got another set. Try to get the lighting right so you guys can see everything. And I'll set this over here. Another set. It's pretty cool. And then we got the last Bitty Pop set. Alright, so we got those. And then a couple more things that are loose to show you guys is a couple of t-shirts that are pretty cool. They're both Stranger Things. So we got this one here. So we got the Hellfire Club, which, you know, got that classic season 4 stuff going on. And I really like it a lot. This one is going to be really cool. And this one is pretty neat also. Let me back up, show you guys. This one, I can't recall if this is meant to be season 1 or 2. But it's got this. So this is pretty cool. This is a neat shirt as well. So, like I said, just some really neat stuff. And then we got this cap. This is actually the cap Dustin wears in this current season. So this is pretty cool to have. And then we also have, trying to set everything down carefully in piles so I don't knock stuff over. Okay, now we got these. I think these are plastic, but these are cups that have different posters. So this is season 1, and they actually make 5 of these. They make one for each season. So now we have season 2. Like I said, each one comes with the poster, I believe. So we got season 2 right there. And then we got season 3. Let's see if I can move this a little bit. Everyone can see. And then we got, of course, we got season 4 right there, and then season 5 as well, which is pretty cool. So we got those, and then got some more stuff over here. Now this is stuff that are pretty cool. We always get family. We always get snacks of some kind, whether it's candy or something else. So we got some kitchen stuff here. So we always got to get holiday popcorn, especially when you're a fan of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So we got this, pretty cool to have. Also got your useful kitchen supplies that the whole household is going to end up using. We also got a nifty spatula. Your nerdy movie guy has been trying to get into cooking. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. This is for ground beef, ground turkey, whichever you prefer. So this is going to be really cool to get some use out of. And then, of course, we got Hell's Kitchen hot sauce collection. So that's going to be cool to try. I like spices, but sometimes they're just too much. I can get into a bit of a coughing fit. So this is going to be a lot of fun trying out. We'll see how it turns out. So I'm excited for that. And then we also have a couple of other smaller items here. We have, this one isn't opened yet. So we got Bitty Pops from Marvel. So we got majority of those symbiotes. Plus we have Spider-Man's stealth suit. So we got that there, which is pretty neat. And then we also have from Stranger Things, the Hot Wheels car. This is Steve's car from the latest season. This is from season 5. So this one's pretty cool to have as well. And then my brother got me a label maker. Why would you want a label maker, you ask? Well, so as someone who goes to the movies all the time and get 3D glasses pretty often, me and my brother had this idea of putting a label on the side of the 3D glass to write the name of the movie that we saw with those 3D glasses. So I can sort of treat it like a collection, not just a bag or a bin of 3D glasses like it's been for a while. So this is going to make that really, really cool. So this is cool to have. Also we got more stuff here. We got a Marvel action figure from the Marvel Legends line. We got Kingpin. This is from the Spider-Man video game from PS4, and then of course we got that second game for the PS5. So this is really cool. Kingpin's always been one of my favorite characters, and it's cool to have this one now as well. And then we don't have too much left for the video. We got some really cool stuff left. So I'm going to move a couple of things around. We got a couple of vinyl. So if you're into sort of that early 2000s sort of style music, even though this album didn't come out till 2011, I believe, you got one of Avril Lavigne's albums on vinyl. And then we also have All Time Low. This one is the Forever Session. So this is like their current recorded music. So this one's really cool, and we got the songs on the back here. This one's a really good album. I like this one a lot. I've been listening to it on repeat a lot recently. So you got vinyl, got action figures, got kitchen supplies, got a little bit of everything. And now we're going to show you guys the movies. But first, we got one video game, and we got Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Now, if you saw my Avatar Fire and Ash review, you know that I'm high on Avatar right now. I mean, the first one's really, really good. Second one visually was, of course, phenomenal. And the third was just a great story. So I'm excited to dive into this game and sort of expand the sort of excitement and hype for Avatar. So I'm excited to play this one. I have heard that there were some It had a bit of a rocky start at first, but I have heard from the players that have kept on with the game ever since. Apparently, there have been some really good fixes. So it's all rumors when you hear from the internet. So I'm excited to check it out for myself and see what this game is all about. So for the movies, now a lot of these have the seal, so it may be a little bit of a glare, so I apologize for that. But we have Locked. So this is one I remember reviewing and seeing a while back earlier this year. This one's really cool. It's definitely one of those. There's only really a couple of locations. The car is pretty much 80% of the movie inside one car. But from Bill Skarsgård and Anthony Hopkins, you get some really good performances from these two guys. I mean, whether you think the plot was boring or not, if you are the kind of guy that just wants a bunch of action in your movie, this isn't it. But if you just want something a little more tame, a little more casual, smaller locations, this is it. And it was some real good acting. And I thought there was a neat story to it as well. So we got that there. Then we also have Eden. This one, as far as I'm aware, doesn't have a higher format yet. So we'll see if that's going to happen eventually or not. I thought he has some really good acting performances in here. I did not know until the end of the movie that this story and these characters were based off of real people. This was something that happened. And so the end of the movie, when the movie itself is over, it plays, some music and it shows some images from the real people that these characters played. So that was pretty interesting. So knowing it's based off of a true story, even after the fact, makes it a little cooler, I would say. So yeah, I like this one a lot. I thought it was really neat. It was a very engaging story that, characters kept turning on each other or changing sides or switching teams, however you want to say it. It kept it interesting. So I thought that aspect was really cool about this movie. And then if you are a dinosaur fan, you got to watch Jurassic Park Rebirth, and I got the Steelbook here. So I know a lot of people are saying that they were disappointed with this one. I don't think I was disappointed. It definitely didn't have the hype that I think the original Jurassic Park movies had. But if you compare this Jurassic World to the other three, this one I would say is a lot better than the other three altogether combined. I mean, this one was much more entertaining. There were more likable characters. The story was more interesting, and I finally felt like it was something different. It didn't feel like a rehash again. And so I know there are parts that were, can be considered repetitive, but overall I did enjoy this one, so I'm glad I have the Steelbook for it. And then we have Together. This one is 4K. So this one's really, really neat. I mean, I thought this one was a very interesting storyline. Definitely leans more to the body horror aspect than a lot of others this year, or at least the ones that I have seen personally. So this one I thought was some pretty good acting, and of course you can just tell by that picture that it's not for the squeamish, I would say, but it is a really interesting story. Like I said, I thought the acting was good, and there are some good twists in this one as well that sort of just take you back and realize what you thought about the story was wrong. And so I thought this was really cool. It did a really great job with that. And then we got a couple of more items here. So from Second Sight Films, we actually have The Florida Project. So I have not seen this one, but I'm starting to get a little bit more familiar with the director's work, and obviously his movies are really good. So I'm excited to check this one out because I've heard nothing but good things about it. I've heard the cast is really good, and the story is really engaging as well. So yeah, this is a really cool one to have, especially not knowing anything about it, just enough to be interested. So I look forward to checking this one out. And then we also have from Second Sight Films, we have It Follows. So this is the 4K, and this is a really neat box set. I mean, this is a movie I've wanted in 4K for a while, and I've had it on Blu-ray, so it's cool to have it on 4K. It's cool to have that box set with all that artwork and art cards and extra stuff that these box sets come with. Not only that, this movie is getting a sequel. I'm a little foggy on when the sequel is supposed to release, but I know there is one being made, I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe there is one being made. So that'll be interesting to see how that turns out. And so that's the last of the movie. We got one more large item. We got a Star Wars helmet. So if you know me, you know I'm a sucker for Star Wars helmets. And we have Clone Commander Jesse. So this is another Clone Wars character, is Clone Trooper, obviously, and he actually became an ARC Trooper toward the end of the series. The series kind of midway through, I would say, started adding ARC Troopers, and they were all really cool. I mean, ARC Troopers were some of the most badass characters in the show. And so Jesse becoming one toward the end, he was one of the last original characters for the series to be a named character toward the end. I mean, of all the clone troopers in the 501st, by the time you have those final few episodes of their final season, Jesse is the only named clone left besides Captain Rex. So it's just, he's a really unique character, and it's cool to see his character sort of come full circle like that. And so that is what I received for Christmas, besides the Funko Pops, which is plenty, and I'm excited to show you guys, but I'm not going to show you guys in this video because the video will be way too long. So thank you guys for checking out what I got for Christmas in this part 1 video. Excited to show you guys the rest of what I got. If you're still watching, thanks for watching. Keep digging. See you next time. Hope everyone had a good Christmas, and hope everyone's going to have a good New Year. I know I'm excited, so keep it digging, everyone.